Okay, so I I gotta fill up some of these days with something, and I wanted to do. I guess I want to pre-record this one because obviously this is happening here at the end of February, and I'll put this will be the first video that goes up. This will be March 1st. I want to talk about this, but I thought this was a really interesting thing to find out. So Monday, the 24th, it comes out that the Packers are the team that are trying to get the Tush Push banned in the NFL. Um, and there was a lot of discussion about that. And I don't agree with it because it's a QB sneak. It's literally all it is. Like, I. I know it's hard to stop it. I understand that. I understand it's pro offense. But that's what the NFL is nowadays. They basically just want um, points. Like they want points. They don't want another Rams Patriots Super Bowl. They don't want that. They don't want 1960s style football anymore with you just run the ball for 200 yards and you pass for 15 or whatever. I don't whatever they used to do, you watch those really old games, it's like, okay, well, of course they never really threw the ball. Really, that's probably what, like, the 80s is when really throwing kind of became more prominent. And then obviously it's just taken over and it's just become insane. And it feels like every single year now someone's setting some sort of passing record. But it's an offensive league. Like that's what this is. And so of course they're going to cater towards, something like this and allowing, again, it's a QB sneak. It's all it is. I think back to the Ice Bowl with the Packers Cowboys, which is one of the most famous games in Packers history. How did we win that game? How how do we win that game? Like, I so like it's a mod, like they call it the tush push because obviously the running back gets behind the quarterback and just shoves them in. Like it's a tiny bit different from a QB sneak. I don't like after decades of having, I don't know why they want to ban it now. I know the ruling it would be, well, it's not called the QB sneak, it's called the tush push. It's two totally different things. That's what they would go with if this was ruled as being banned. But I don't agree with that. I don't like. It's basically saying like you can't QB sneak like at all, and it's just like everyone's done it. Um, like I don't see the point of it. Obviously, the Eagles do it because it's 4th and inches. It's like, oh well, we can just get this because our O line is better than your D line. So I hope nothing happens. If something happens in the month of March, I will have a second video to kind of update and be like, hey, like, first day of March, we talked about this. And here we are at the end of March, and, we're talking about it again because the NFL did something about it. But I hope not. I really hope that nothing changes because I don't see a reason why they should. And again, like I said, they're going to call it the tush push and not call it the QB sneak. And then the Eagles are just gonna be like, well, hey, it's just the QB sneak, Now we're doing the QB sneak. It's totally different from the tush push. So I like don't get rid of. I don't know why. I understand it's frustrating. Like you get a team to 4th and 1, and they just do that automatically. But there's no one. I know we've had terrible DCs recently, but was it last year or the year before with Joe Barry when we actually stopped him like 2 or 3 times in the same game? Like, does no one remember that? Like, our defense was able to stop the tush push. I know, again, it was under Joe Barry. It's not under, Jeff Hafley here. But again, it's his first year. But, like, I feel like people just forgot about that. It's stoppable. The Jags just did it, I think, like 2 times this year against the Eagles. So, like, it's possible. Is it really hard to? Yeah, you need a really good D line and you need really good linebackers right up there to make sure nothing happens. And then but I don't see a problem with it. If you don't want a 4th and 1, a 4th and inches, you have 3 downs to make sure they don't get within 9 yards or get 9 yards and get within 1 yard of the first down marker. So I got, I don't agree with this. I really don't agree with my team wanting to do this. I don't like it at all. I just, play better defense. Like that's I know it's harder in this era, obviously with all the flags and you know what, I understand it's harder to play defense, but we had a pretty good defense last year. Our defense kept us in that game against the Eagles. Our offense did not. Our offense was the problem. That's the why we lost that game, which I'm gonna probably end up doing a whole Matt LaFleur video here in March as well. But I don't see what the problem is when the Packers should be looking inward and not outward, and getting a whole new offensive coordinator that actually calls plays. Because Matt LaFleur should not be calling plays. But again, that'll be a different video. Again, I'll probably end up talking about him in this month in these 31 videos that I'm doing. So yeah, I want to start it out with this month because again, this just kind of happened at the end of February here, which again, I'm pre-recording this, right at the end of the month here. But I hope nothing happens of it. I hope they just kind of just throw this out and be like, oh, yeah, like whatever, like we're just gonna keep it. It's just the QB sneak. Can't do it. I hope the argument is, look at what you did with it. Remember the Ice Bowl? Remember one of your most famous games in Packer history? Yeah, you remember that? I don't know. But yeah, I just, again, we'll start out the month just talking about the banning of the Tush Push. But yeah, I'm against it. I understand not liking it, and it's so obvious. You get to 4th and 1 and you're playing the Eagles. It's like, oh, it's so obvious. Here we go again. They're just going to get first down, extend the drive. Well, pick them off, fumble, incompletions, sacks, play really good defense for 3 downs so you don't have to be 4th and really short to, know that's coming. Or you just stop it. You just get lucky and you stop it on 4th down, So, I'm going to wrap up here. Again, we got 30 more videos to do. So I'm going to pre-record some of these because obviously I'm not going to want to do a video every single day. But I'm ready. I'm excited for this challenge. I need this. I've been thinking about this since the Super Bowl, as I, talked about in my, video, which will go up yesterday, February 28th. I want a challenge like this. I've been thinking about this for a while, and I think a month of March is good. 31 days. Obviously there's some days with 30. I could have done something in February, 28 days, and cheapened out and be like, oh yeah, I only have to do 28 videos. No, we're gonna go the full 31. So I don't know what I'm gonna do for every video. I still have not figured it out. I have some ideas. I have some stuff I gotta still pre-record here. Early on, or to do later in the month, and obviously whatever happens during the month of March, I might end up doing a breaking news video or whatever. And it's like, okay, well then I can save this video for a later date. So I'm excited. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you're looking for a whole bunch of different content. We're gonna do a bunch of different content here. But yeah, first day down. Let me know your thoughts on the Tush Push potentially being banned. Do you agree with it? Do you not agree with it? Which I think majority of NFL fans don't agree with it. I know people don't like it, but I don't think you should just ban it when it's basically, again, just a QB sneak. So I'm out of here. Like, subscribe, share, and we're on to day number 2 tomorrow. Peace.